What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, not gonna be a very in-depth video. Not doing any installation. Today I just wanted to cover my car and all of the things that I've done to it so far, and hopefully the plans coming up for what's to come for the car. So let's start off with simple stuff, okay? Let's start off with the emblems, right? So what I have is I think it's from Subi Speed. It's the black WRX emblems with the red WRX in them. I'll give you a better look. That's what they look like. That's on both sides. And then I also did off of Subi Speed their carbon and red Subaru Stars. So I did those guys, which is what last video was on. That's on the back as well, which I'm sure you saw in last video. So on the back. Next on my list was tint. So my windows are down right now, but it's 15% all the way around with a 15% brow, 5% brow, I'm sorry. And I think tint is a complete game changer, because riding around in this thing with no tint, it was like a fishbowl, right? And it was just annoying because it was so glary all the time, you couldn't see anything. So tint is definitely a must if that's something you're gonna wanna do. And then to move on to actually the first mod of the car is, I did an access port. I did this cover custom. It's forest green with the metallic. I just really enjoy forest green, so that's why I did it. The whole theme of the car is gonna be black, red, and carbon with the gray paint. I'm honestly considering vinyl wrapping the roof black because the sunroof is tinted, so it would kind of all just mesh. Other than that, we'll move on. I did the Mishimoto race intake for these. I'm not racing the car or anything. They said that was the one that sounded the best, and it definitely sounds really good. On the list after that, I did the Perrin turbo inlet hose, 3-inch adapted. That bolts right onto the turbo and hooks right into the Mishimoto race intake. If you were gonna do that same setup, we go in here, and this pipe comes with the Mishimoto race intake. So this is from the turbo connecting into the intake. You don't have to use this, well, you're not going to use this if you have the Perrin turbo inlet hose. So I ended up not using it. And then other than that, it sounds great. I love it. Moving on from there, I did a X-Force downpipe, catted. So that made the car, it changed the car completely. And once you threw on the OTS Stage 2 tune, I don't 100% recommend it, but it's fine for short driving until you can get an actual professional tune. And then on the back end, the catback part right here, it is a full titanium NVIDIA N1, so it literally weighs less than 8 pounds. I picked up the whole catback with my pinky. It's crazy. Moving on, I just did small stuff on the interior, like kind of carbon matching the outside, which it doesn't add any performance or anything like that. It's just kind of my personal preference, what I'd like. So I put the WRX with red and the carbon on the steering wheel to kind of match, because this car does have the carbon fiber, or the faux carbon fiber panel pieces. After that, I think that's really all that I've done so far. So it's not anything crazy, but moving on to what I would like to do to the car, right? So eventually, I would like to get new wheels. They're nice, but it's just not really my style and what I'm going for. So I do that, get some different wheels, and I'm probably gonna get some wheel spacers to push it out, maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Give it a little bit of stance because it looks kind of sunk in right now. Next on the list is probably, oh, I forgot to mention, which the first video is on, is the gurney flap on the back. I really enjoy that. I think it just gives it such good character. Also did the taillight tint. And by the way, all the parts that I've installed on this car I've done myself in the garage. I did not film putting the exhaust on, and if that's something that you guys would like to see, leave a comment below and I will completely put the stock one back on and redo it. And I will put on the whole exhaust system again. If that is something that you guys would like to see, I'll do it. Moving on from the wheels, what I would like to do is these headlights. I would like to tape off the insides, take out the projectors, and paint them black, and put the C light in, because I think that would look really good, and then do a HID swap for the low beams. And then after that, for performance-wise, getting rid of the top mount intercooler and going for the front mount intercooler, I'm probably gonna go with the ETS. I have a buddy who runs that on his car, and by the way, my car is nowhere near where his car is at. His car is pushing about 900 horsepower, and it is a 2019 STI. He has a full closed deck block. It's ridiculous. Thing is a monster. I wanna sit for a little while, probably around a little under 400 range, just to have something fun to whip around for a while. And once I start getting more money and, you know, finishing my job and everything like that, then I can start saving up and being able to do a full engine build. Yeah, so also I have done the front and rear lip that are on the car. So this is the Maxton V2 lip. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. I kind of like how it doesn't conform to the front of the bumper. That's really nice. It just kind of gives it a little bit of stance and pushes it out a little bit. And then moving on from there, something else that I would like to do is hopefully upgrade the turbo and the cooling system. This company, I believe it's called ProComp. They make a turbo that is basically a factory drop-in replacement for these. They don't push that much more boost. I think it's only like 3 or 4 more pounds of boost, but given it is a high compression motor, so you don't really need that much boost anyways, or else you're just gonna blow it up, you know? So I am going to look into getting that, and really the one benefit from that is it spools quicker. So if you're sitting at 3,000 RPMs right now as it sits, driving down the road, it takes a solid 2 to 3 seconds for that turbo to really start to spool up and you hear it, and then it kicks in. The ProComp turbo cuts that in about half. So it'll spool up in a second and give you instant power. Really instant torque. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I like to do more carbon bits on the car. But like I said, I was thinking about wrapping the roof, you know, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. Other than that, it's pretty standard. I really enjoy the car. It's fun. Even though it's not 900 horsepower fast, it's still fast to me because this is probably the fastest car I've ever owned. And I'm definitely not done upgrading it. Yeah, so moving on with that. One of my buddies threw out the idea of wrapping the whole car something cool. And I don't really know how I feel about that, because if I were to do it, I would do it myself. I would like to do it myself. And honestly, that gives you guys content, you know? You guys want to see that at the end of the day. Yeah, probably do different taillights. I like those headlights. I like how they look. I would just like to black them out and kind of tint them a little bit so it's a little darker. Yeah, other than that, I mean, there's not much really that I want to do. I might go ahead and replace this with a carbon fiber one. This doesn't weigh much. Really, the only difference would be it would just be more aesthetically pleasing to kind of flow with the rest of the car. Yeah, I really enjoy the car. I hope you guys will enjoy watching my videos. I don't have that much content being pushed out right now. I would really enjoy to do more things and get more content pushed out. And I'm going to try and be better about filming everything that I can and getting you guys some more clips of the interior and some more roll racing and, you know, just some fun stuff to be able to watch. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for everything that you do, and I will see you next time.